Hi everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Mini Athletics and Me. And today I'm absolutely thrilled to have a guest who runs her business with such passion and dedication, and that's Rachel Russell. And Rachel's been part of the Mini Athletics family now for just over 2 years. So we're going to dive into her amazing story. She's done a great job running Mini Athletics in South Birmingham, and it's going to be great to hear all about it. So welcome to the podcast, Rachel.
Hi, thanks for having me.
No worries. How have you been today?
Yeah, good. Just breakfast club this morning and then a nursery. So yeah, busy.
Oh, a busy start.
So why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself before Mini Athletics and then how it all came about?
Okay. Yeah, so I'm Rachel. I live in Birmingham with Ben, my husband, and we have 2 daughters. And before Mini Athletics, they were 2 and 4. So yeah, before all of this, we were doing okay. I was working part-time, Ben was working full-time. Like I said, we had a 2 and a 4-year-old. Work-wise, we were just in regular jobs that now looking back, weren't suited for us, but we were fine. We were doing okay. But in our kind of personal life, I guess we were very much into sports. Ben and I are keen runners. The kids are, should we say, slightly wild. So yeah, we were always into outdoorsy stuff, doing sports activities, letting them try as much as they wanted. So that was kind of our passion in our personal life, I suppose. But yeah, career wise, we were just in regular jobs that we went to work to get paid. Yes, that was us before. And how Mini Athletics came about for us, we were at the NEC, we were at the running show, and Claire, were you there? Did we meet? Yeah, we did meet you at the running show. You were there with a stand, running classes, and our kids just loved it. They really got involved, and we asked where the nearest class was. And we did start going to fantastic classes in Solihull. And then we thought, well, actually, there isn't one right where we are in Birmingham. And we kind of went away thinking, ooh, maybe that could be for us. Well, Ben, initially he was the one that was really interested, but then I was like, ooh, and me. So yeah, that's where it came about.
And that running shows feels like quite a long time ago now.
I know, it's mad. It's weird, isn't it? Because 2 years, it feels like ages ago, but then at the same time, it's like just, gone.
I think because you built it up so quickly into such an established business, with so many sessions every week, in a way it feels long.
Yeah. So that was January, and then, by March, well, I guess by February, March, we knew we were in, and then, we launched in April.
It's been an exciting couple of years. Can you tell us how Mini Athletics has changed your life?
Oh, immeasurably. Like I said, we had these jobs that were they were office-based jobs. In hindsight now, not suited for us at all. We're really, I hate sitting still, both of us. I hate an office job. I was actually a debt advisor. And I had to read a lot. I don't like reading. I don't like sitting still. I don't like...
Yeah, it doesn't sound great for you.
It was just not, I don't know. I just left uni and got a job and was like, 12 years later, look where I am. And so doing a job now where I don't have to sit still, I don't have to, do lots office work, I get to be active, do steps, I'm on my feet all the time, and promoting something that I'm passionate about in, getting kids. It's just, I mean, it has its challenges. Like I had no idea how to be self-employed, and I have a little bit of an apprehensive personality, I suppose. So I was a bit of a worrier, but actually it's amazing for,
Great. So what was it like from that perspective, like with no kind of, where you hadn't really done this before starting out, and how did that all go?
So I think, although we are very much self-employed and this is my business and I have to make decisions in terms of what I'm doing, I think being part of the Mini Athletics family, as we say, really helped, because you're there to guide me and sort of set out, this is the plan, this is what works. If you follow it, then you should be fine. It kind of took away that element of just being completely alone.
Yes.
And kind of that daunting, knowing that other people had done it before and it was successful, and, having that support all the way through, that definitely made it easier.
Yeah, I
And
think
it's
to know
just
it,
gone on and on from there, really.
like you say, to know it's a proven business model.
Yeah.
Yes, it takes the franchisee to take the model
Yeah.
and, you know, put their own enthusiasm and spin on it and their personal touch, but the support is, you know, it can work.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think you really followed it to a T as well, like, because like you literally trained up one weekend, the next weekend you'd launched, but you'd already pretty much filled your classes. Because I remember you saying at training, "Oh, my classes are full for next weekend." So you just followed the program. You did exactly what you kind of were being told to do, and it was a great launch for you then, and that was a great start. I think like that really helped.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you learn, it's trial and error things as you go through. You start with certain things and that works, that doesn't work, and things get easier because, you know, like, I guess one thing that might work in your area, say, Hannah, won't necessarily work in our area, and you try things and that day didn't work, that day did work, or, you know, you kind of over time understand your area. But yeah, no, it kind of, we followed the manual, we did what we thought would work, and tweaked it here and there, and yeah, it's been a really great success.
But that also is testament to you, because that's what you do have to kind of not get to grips with your local area, but you've got to understand what your local community needs, and like you say, that's a bit different wherever you are.
Yeah, I think something that was really good for us was, at the time, you know, we had a 2 and a 4-year-old, so perfect age. So I had lots of friends, you know, with children of similar age, or at least with kind of connections. My eldest, Amelia, she started school. So she was still in nursery when we started, but she started school that September. And with, you know, when she was going to school, we managed to kind of create a bit of a, well, we live in a really good community anyway, but there's lots of nurseries, there's schools. We managed to kind of get in a bit, I suppose, thanks to the kids.
Yeah.
And again, with Billy, she's 4 now, but she was 2 at the time. Well, they were both at nursery. We managed to get to speak to someone at our nursery, and then they took us on, and it kind of then spread. So I think definitely they helped us. They helped us along the way as well.
Yeah,
just being their age.
I was going to ask you, talking of business growth, like how has your business grown since you started?
Massively. So I started off myself with South Birmingham. So 2 years on, so I have South Birmingham, and Ben, my husband, as you know, he now has North Birmingham. So we've got 2 franchises. We've got 1 each.
Yeah, mate.
And in terms of the number of kids that we see, like massively. So, I mean, it's a slow process. And maybe we started initially with, say, 2 or 3 nurseries. Now we have 11, and initially we managed to get into Amelia's school. Now we see sort of 5 or 6 schools. Public classes was the bit that kind of changed. We didn't really know where it would go or how the days would work, but, you know, we still have public classes in 5 different venues, and they're pretty full and popular. We're doing, you know, holiday camps, breakfast clubs, and then there are lots of one-offs, birthday parties, all sorts. So yeah, it's kind of gone. We're at the point now where, or for me anyway, I can't do anymore myself, but, you know, we're just, yeah. So yeah, it's gone really well. Obviously there's times when you think, oh, they're ignoring me, or they don't want me, or they've cancelled, or this has happened, and you feel like, oh, is it going really well? But then when you sit back and you look at it and you think, well, actually we've gone from here to here in 2 years. You know, it is massive. So it's a real kind of sense of
you've done an amazing
and there's a video on the website actually of a typical day. That's something that you did. So would you like to talk to us about sort of what your typical day looks like now?
Yeah, so a typical day, so say, we'll do today. I had a breakfast club this morning in a local school. Really great, a brilliant bunch of kids. Actually, we started a new one today, so we already do Mondays there. But as of today, we now do Mondays and Tuesdays. So a breakfast club, then a little bit of a break to maybe do the school run. And then I've just been in a nursery, a couple of hours over in a nursery. And then I do an after school club as well. But then we've also, I've lost my train. Yeah, so an after school club, breakfast club, nursery, after school club. Yeah, just too busy. Yeah, that's my brain. Generally, I prefer nurseries. So I tend to do a lot of the nursery work, and then we've got coaches that do our public classes.
And again, that's brilliant that you've found kind of the model that works for you, because the franchises across the network, we kind of have different models that you can follow depending on what, your strengths and what you prefer to do. So it's brilliant that you've got a team of coaches.
So initially I kind of started with me doing most of it myself, and then we just had a coach on a Saturday, which was fine. But now we're kind of deciding to look at, we've got a bit more of a team now. So we've just hired 3 new coaches to do the public classes, and then obviously a little extra. And then you can kind of take more stuff on. Like I was saying, I'm kind of full. I can't do anymore. So in order to take on any more business, I need to kind of hand off some of the stuff that I do to a coach to be able to then take some on. But our coaches are fantastic, our new coaches. So yeah, it's all going really well at the moment.
Yeah, you've got busy days.
Yeah.
Outside of mini athletics, I mean, obviously we know that you, and Bet and the girls, you're a very active family, but what do you do outside of mini athletics?
So as you know, me and Ben, we're both runners, so we do a lot of kind of running. We like park run. We try and encourage the girls to come along with us and kind of see that kind of active, outdoorsy lifestyle. One of them prefers that to the other. So Billy loves running and she'll do park run, but Amelia not so much, which is fine. She likes other stuff. So yeah, we just, they've got their other classes. They do sort of gymnastics and swimming and all that kind of thing. But we just like to, I guess, give them new experiences and make memories. We kind of just want life to be fun for them, and just do as much as we can. So yeah, we're always sort of out and about doing things, going places. None of us like to stay still or stay at home.
Yeah, you can tell that from your socials.
Yeah.
So you're always doing such exciting.
Yeah, that's what we try and see as much, do as much as we can. So yeah.
I think when you've got active kids, you just got to keep them busy, don't you? Because then they get good sleep and stuff, and that's what we kind of advocate in mini athletics as well. Get them out, get them running, get them moving, and then they can have a nice little nap.
And they do sleep. They do sleep. They might be wild in the day, but they do. They give us 12 hours a night.
Excellent. So did you always want to run your own business? Is that something that you wanted to do, or
not for me? Because I guess for me Hannah knows when we first started, I was a bit apprehensive, and I guess lacked confidence and lacked that. I was just a bit scared, giving up my job that was secure. And so no, and Ben had to push me into doing it. He's much more of a risk taker, we'll be fine kind of thing. But now I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want any other way. So my answer is no, I wouldn't. If someone had said to me 5 years ago, you're going to own your own business and you're going to be self-employed, I would have said, no way. But now I just think for me, it just works so perfectly because I get to take one of my kids to nursery or do the school run. I get time in between. I love walking. I love being active. So especially now in the summer coming, I get these hours here and there. I get to go for a walk or go to the gym, and then I'm back for school pickup, or, my kids, Amelia comes to after school club with me, and I just feel like my day is never boring and I get time to do things that I like, and I still get to, see my kids a lot. Don't get me wrong, there are times when it is hard work, but yeah, it really works for family life and balance and stuff at the moment.
Yeah, the benefits that way, running any business is hard. Yes, you have to take that. It's almost a leap of faith, I guess, if you're going to go and run your own business, as opposed to having being in employment, like you say. But as you're saying, the benefits have far outweighed the risks, I guess, for you guys.
Yeah, and one of the things that we've never had to, because we started mini athletics just as Amelia went to school that September, and I've got loads of friends that are like, what do you do in the holidays? How do you take that much time off? How do you, and we've never had to have that, because yes, we still work through the holidays sometimes, but a lot of the work that we do is term time, all the school stuff. We've got some private schools, some state school. So then gradually some weeks are really busy in the term time, and then they peter out a bit, and in the holidays she can come along to classes, or she can, she's one of us can have her, and we've never had a problem with thinking, how on earth are we going to do childcare? So I think that's something that's really, a real positive. And she's been to camps that we've run and stuff like that, so it might, we'll see. Billy starts school in September, so when there's two of them, we'll see. But I think same thing really, isn't it? So that's a massive bonus as well.
Having your family, can also be part of the business.
Yeah,
it's amazing. A lot of our franchisees say the same thing. All of us kind of were young children. Mine are a bit older now. I'm kind of, my eldest now assistant coaching at camps and stuff. But as parents, isn't that amazing that we can take work with us? I mean, it doesn't even feel like work, but
I feel like that when I go to the nursery, and I think I get to see, parents don't get to see their children in that environment. And nurseries often say, parents say, oh well, they don't behave like that at home, or I get to see what she's like. I get to see her playing with her friends, and it's really, it's just really nice, and it works so well with family life.
And I think like everyone at Mini Athletics is such a part of a family, like your kids and my kids and Hannah's kids and all other franchisees, they're all just, they love being together, and the older kids all start looking after the little kids, and when we're together it just becomes more of a a great time, even if we're actually at a Mini Athletics event or something, we all kind of dip in together, and the kids have a great time as well. So I love that really.
Yeah, definitely, because we've had so many times where, with your all of, both of your kids, they're older than my girls, but they all get on really well, and they're all like, they always have a really good time, don't they? So, no, it's really...
It's not often you find that in a career, is it? Family can be so involved in such a positive way.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, obviously you've done an amazing job with Mini Athletics in Birmingham. It's growing and growing and growing. Can you tell us a bit about your next plans?
Well, what is next for Mini Athletics in Birmingham? So, so now we've got these coaches, I suppose. That's where we now have, they've done their training. They're really good. We're really, confident with what they're doing. We now have scope to just grow, really. So we're always on the lookout, for new nurseries, new schools, got big campaigns going, and just seeing what else comes our way, and meeting new people, new kids and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see what your new team members bring.
Yeah, and so they're really great, and if they hopefully might want to do more, which we're hoping that they do, then we can look at expanding further weekend work and stuff, more classes maybe on different days. For me, I would like to just be the nursery person. But just get bigger basically, well,
it sounds great. So final question, if you could give, what would you say to a new franchisee who was thinking about joining Mini Athletics?
I would say be patient. It kind of takes time to get used to a different way of working, but the one thing that I would say is it's very easy to get stuck in that trap of like, oh, that didn't work, or they that nursery ignored me, or they said, they told me, they emailed me saying go away, and I take things quite sensitively, so it would be to try it. You will get lots of knockbacks. It will take, you will send 100 emails and you won't get any responses, or you will call, and there's a lot of that. But then you need to take the good stuff. You need to really recognize the good stuff. So I at times get carried away with, this many people cancelled, or that nursery doesn't want me, or that school, it didn't, why is that class not full? But then actually you have to look back and go, but look, we've got this and this. And you need to like really remember the good things that you've got, and try and be less kind of sensitive. And I remember you saying to us, Hannah, the first year is really hard. The first year is hard. I would say even 18 months. Like now I feel like we're at that point where it's like, okay, well, we can take on the work that we want. If I don't want to do that, I don't have to do that. And whereas in the beginning, you kind of feel like you do kind of have to take everything, or you feel, you need to go to every school fair and you need to do everything for free and all this kind of stuff, because you just need to. But it does happen. I do
tell everyone the first year, you've got all the marketing, but put that hard work in at the beginning, and well, you're an amazing example. Look at how that hard work paid off. You and Ben are both now owning your own franchises.
I think you said you kind of get to the point where it does run it doesn't run itself completely, but it there's less. You just have to do the tasks that you do every month to keep it all ticking over, rather than trying to think all the time of a new idea for this to try and it really does. But you do need to kind of give it time. But I would say the one thing is, don't get too hung up on if people say no or something that went wrong, because I'm completely guilty of it, that I go, oh no, it's awful, it's going really badly. But then just because one person has, decided or ignored me or whatever, but actually all the other stuff makes up for it. But sometimes you forget to look at that.
Yeah, it definitely builds resilience, and I think that's a great thing. I think
it really does. Yeah, and I mean, that's my personality. Anyone. The other day a nursery said to me, please stop emailing me. Please stop emailing me. And I walk past the nursery to get to the gym. And every time I walk past the nursery, I go, even if I'm not wearing my uniform or I'm just going to the gym, I go, oh, what have they? And things like that. And I said to Ben, I was like, they said, they sent me this email saying that I was hassling them. And you have to just, okay, well, don't send them anymore. That's fine.
But to be fair,
I take it to heart, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But then on the other hand, you've done that quite a few other nurseries, and then you got in there. I know you've been really with certain nurseries trying to get in, and eventually you do.
Yeah. And some of those ones that have said no come back, and they're like, oh, actually now. And so it is, you just have to get a little bit of a tougher skin, I guess. But that's kind of my personality anyway. Ben's like, oh, I don't care, just move on next one. So you just, and like I said, like, our product is great. When you do get into a school or a nursery, I've never had anybody say that wasn't great. Once you get in there, they love it, the kids love it, the staff love it. So that, I guess it's that sales thing, isn't it? You feel like you're selling, but you're selling something really good, and it is good. It's not like I'm not trying to sell something that's not good. Sometimes you feel when you think that's what they're thinking, but you'll realize when you get in there that our classes are, mini athletics is brilliant for schools, nurseries, kids in general.
Absolutely. And you have done such a great job, so thank you so much, Rachel, and thanks for coming on today as well. And
it's been great to speak to you. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel. Bye.
Bye.